Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm reviewing a pen. Yes, this is a pen I had for a long time. Smith & Wesson tactical pen, man. It's tactical, must be good. I got this from Smoky Mountain Knife Works when tactical pens, what is tactical pen? I'll explain that in a second. But when they first hit the scene and people first started making them, and then it was like a craze, and then every company made them. But I first got this from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. It was 25 bucks, and I just checked, and they're still $25. They come in a bunch of different colors. And all it is a pen. The angrily opening of the box. No, it's not angry or anything. It's just, it is what it is. But it's just a pen, and what makes it tactical is that it's an improvised impact weapon, or a force multiplier. Basically, it's a Kubotan style pen. So all it is, any pen that pretty much comes to a nice fine point is considered a tactical pen. Now you see all kinds of designs now. You see ones with like different types of spikes on the front, different forms of an impact edge, if you will. But this was kind of when they first hit the scene. This is what they had put out. And it's a very simple design. Basically, it just comes to a nice point. So when the pen's shut, you could take this out of your pocket, which you'd have clipped to your pocket or your pants, and you can use this in a very, very effective way to defend yourself. It comes to a very fine point. Now, the one advantage to this particular pen, as opposed to other ones I've seen, is this does come to a finer point than any of them that I have seen thus far. Now, since I got this one, I ended up getting soon after I got this one, I got a Benchmade pen, which is much more expensive. That took Fisher Space Pen refills, the inserts, really good. The pressurized cartridges, I like that a lot more. I did a review on that pen. If you're interested, just type in cutlerylover Benchmade pen or cutlerylover pen. I don't think I did a bunch of pen videos. And that was better, but then since I've sold it, why am I have such an expensive pen anyway? But I kept this one. I still have this one, and I saved the box because I know originally I wanted to end up reviewing it after I used it for a long time. Now I have used this. And it does, first of all, as far as its writing capability, which you're going to be using it 99.9% of the time, it's just to write, it's great. It works fantastic as an actual pen. I don't need a box anymore. I'm doing a review, so open this up, do some writing. All right. Hello. With an exclamation point, it's hello! And then hello. But yeah, it writes beautifully. I never had it really skip or, I don't know what other pen terms there are as far as the ink not working. It never clogged, never leaked. It was perfect. The insert for this is a German insert. Pretty well-known brand. I think it's Hauser, something like that. I'm half German. I don't know how to really pronounce it. Hauser. That's probably way off. But yeah, here's the actual inserts. There's the Hausers, the 12s, the 012s. You can find these on Amazon very easily. It's a ballpoint pen, medium style, and of course, when you get it, it comes in black ink. No matter what color pen you get, you will get black ink. But you can find the refills in blue and red and everything else you'd want. Very simple construction. You can see the insert. You just have the spring. Now on the back here, this particular insert goes to those clicky pens. That's why they have the design on the back here, but it doesn't obviously click. It just happens to take this size, but there's no rotation or anything. There's no mechanism in there that you're clicking anything down. Once this pen insert is in and screwed down, the tip is constantly out. It just happens to use that style insert. Now, you may be asking, well, I love my Fisher Space Pens. Can I use a Fisher insert in this pen? Yes, you can. And that's the first thing I would recommend if you were to get this, is to use the Fisher Space Pen insert, just because it's a pressurized cartridge. If you're using the, write in the rain pads, you can write underwater, upside down, the whole thing. I've reviewed the Bullet, I think, before, and I talked about that. But it is a superior ink cartridge, in my opinion. So, very simple construction. You just saw, screws together. It's nice and tight, nothing rattles. As far as the top, that also screws down. It's a nice, tight seal. It's a quiet pen. I've had some different aluminum pens, some different tactical pens, and some of them have rattled, and the threading is kind of crappy on them, and they don't quite fit, they strip. I've had quite a few of these tactical pens to put in all my different bags and my vehicles, and I've had them everywhere. But this one is probably one of my favorites. I never really carried it. I think just one time I carried it in my pocket because I'm not a big fan of carrying a pen in my pocket since I have so much other crap all the time. But it is very, very effective as far as if you did need to use this and you knew maybe, I mean, even if you don't know anything about defense and pressure points and what might be more effective as far as where to strike someone, if you literally just freaked out, or if you want to give this to your girlfriend, if you can't carry a gun where you live, if you're a kid in school, I don't know exactly what the limitations are as far as schools and these types of pens. I would imagine a lot of places they're probably prohibited. But, and of course, I would never ever advocate any kind of force on anyone unless you really, really are, physically being threatened, you're being beaten, and you feel like your life is in danger, then that's when you would use something like this. You wouldn't just not like someone and start beating the crap out of them with this thing. So please don't misconstrue what I'm saying here as far as bringing these to school. But anyway, wherever you can legally and lawfully have these pens, I think it is a great, just really, literally last defense option. I always promote guns. If you can legally carry a gun somewhere, I would always promote doing that. If you can safely do that, and you have the availability to train with your firearm, so you can be a good, responsible gun owner. Just because you have a gun doesn't mean you're a good, responsible gun owner. And just because you didn't shoot yourself on accident does not mean you're a good, responsible gun owner. What, in my opinion anyway, the definition of a good, responsible gun owner is someone who practices safely, someone who carries safely, and someone who is, semi-accurate with that gun. Because if you do have to need to pull it to shoot someone to defend yourself, I think you owe to yourself and to the public to be accurate with that, okay? Because you could be just as reckless as the person who's endangering you by not knowing what you're doing. Anyway, this isn't about guns, it's about the pen. So the point here is it's a good option for a somewhat non-lethal, because yes, you can kill someone with a pen like this if you go crazy or you hit them in the wrong spot. You can pierce skin with this. It does not take much. When any kind of force multiplier, like all the impact type weapons, all the energy that you're putting down on this, it's all being concentrated into this fine little point. I don't have like a big cold steel style hunk of meat that I can just shove this into, but I guarantee you it will take very, very little force. If I got a huge rump roast, I can take this pen and a little child, a 5-year-old boy or a 5-year-old girl can probably stab this all the way down into a piece of meat. I have no doubt in my mind that this would easily crack bone with a very good strike. So it's nothing to be, laughed at, nothing to scoff at. I mean, this is a serious weapon that you can use to defend yourself. But the big thing about it is it's a pen. It's not a gun. It's not a knife. You don't have to worry about those kinds of laws. As far as I know right now, to the best of my knowledge, there's no restrictions on pointy pens anywhere. This might be a nice option to carry with you on a plane for the specific purpose of if for some reason some terrorist decides to hijack the plane, perhaps you have a fighting chance to stop them instead of just your fists. But anyway, I'm not going to recommend specific uses for this as to not. I don't know what I'm even talking about anymore. Hot damn. Because I'm giving recommendations, but I'm thinking in the back of my mind like, oh crap, people are gonna bring this to school and blame me for it because they get in trouble, and oh my god, someone's gonna get arrested trying to bring this on a plane and be like, cutlerylover told me I could do it. I don't know why that came out like that. I was out of breath. Anyway, trust me, it's very, very effective as a weapon. I'm talking from logic, not from personal experience. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go outside. I'm gonna take this pen right here. I'm gonna take this pen right here, just your average pen. I stole, well, no, I didn't steal. There were a couple of them. This is from a local chiropractor. And I'm gonna stab this into some wood and to see what the difference is between a regular pen, because obviously you could take any old pen and jam it into someone and that would be very effective as well. This one, the idea of getting something like this is it is much more sturdy and it is not going to break on you. This pen, I would imagine, we'll find out together, but I would imagine it would break, particularly if you're jamming into something that's much harder, whereas this one should not break. I want to see what it's going to feel like in my hand as well, comfort, things like that. So we're going to go outside right now and do some testing.